Hello, hello! What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got back from the theater after seeing Old. Old is a 2021 film that was written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Uh-oh. Whenever we're dealing with M. Night Shyamalan, it could go one of two ways. It could be really great, or it could suck. It could suck so bad. The plot is you meet these different groups of families and just people who have come to this island resort for a vacation, and they make their way towards this one specific, almost secret area of the island. And in this area, something supernatural is going on, where they're aging. They're aging at a rapid rate. I'm talking about every half hour is a year. So you're seeing the kids grow older by the years. You're seeing the adults aging and develop sicknesses and just aging in ways where they're stuck. What I thought of Old is I thought the movie was fine. It was fine. It was just okay. I wasn't blown away by the movie. I mean, I thought it had an interesting premise. I thought it had somewhat interesting characters. But it wasn't until we got to the area where the plot starts to kick in. And especially because I've seen the trailer, so you're almost just waiting for them to get to that moment. Because you know what's going to happen, right? It's not really a mystery. It's not really like, oh no, what's going to happen to these people? The trailer gave that away. It tells you that these people will start to age and they won't know what to do about it. And it's a creepy effect. It is. To see, especially the young kids, age up to teenagers and then possibly adults, that does get to you. It does freak you out in some senses. And you do have some moments where characters are starting to develop like old age symptoms, even though they weren't that old just a little while ago. And so that stuff, as far as a thriller went, I guess that worked. But then there were some moments where I couldn't tell, especially early on when things first started to happen, where characters were acting in ways that I didn't think were normal or rational. I know that this is a crazy plot. This is a crazy situation to put people in. So am I going to know exactly how people are going to act? I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was the acting that was off by some of these people, or if it was just the writing of the way how, like, people aren't freaking out as much about these kids aging by like 5 years. I don't know, they're just like, oh, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's a disease, maybe they're just having a bad reaction. They aged like years in a matter of hours, and it seemed like the urgency wasn't as there. There were some humorous moments that some were on purpose, but then there were other ones that I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be funny or if it was that uncomfortable type of funny. M. Night has that though, where like if he's trying to go for comedy and it doesn't work, it's more awkward. Or there are clearly scenes where a character is going through this horrific thing, at least that's how it's supposed to be, but it comes off looking silly and goofy and over the top, and I'm more just sort of like awkwardly watching and not being scared or not knowing how to react. I came to a point almost near the end where I started to think, what was the point? What was the point of this movie? Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, it's weird. And yeah, it's original. I guess you can give M. Night credit for that. It's another original idea from him. But certain characters died off to where I thought, okay, this is kind of sad and depressing. What's the point? Why am I putting myself through this? Why are we putting ourselves through this? And it is M. Night. Some people are probably going to go in expecting a twist, or they're going to be trying to figure out what the twist could be. Don't try too hard. Let me just put it that way. Just watch it for what it is. But another thing I want to ask before I give you my rating is, I know M. Night likes to put himself in small roles and cameos in all of his films. You see, like, almost every movie, he's there in a small part. But this part, it's not as egregious and as big as his part in Lady in the Water. That was so egotistical, it was ridiculous. This, though, his role is pretty important to the story, and he's not that good of an actor. I know Tarantino does it. I know Michael Bay does it. They put themselves in their movies sometimes, but this especially, I just found myself thinking, why, M. Night? You could have just had somebody else there. It really takes me out of this movie every time you yourself is on screen. Overall, though, I guess I'll give it a Netflix and chill.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been a lot worse. I will give you that. This could have been god-awful. So, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Old. What do you think of it? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you not care for it? Is this something that you don't care to see in the theater? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!